Okay, we have the Emperor in the reverse, so Aries energy here. Oh, and this is the Crow Tarot, so Carol gifted this to us, and thank you to Carol. We have the World. Wow, big energy coming out first. Two of Swords. You know, whether you have been blocked by your person in a literal sense or not, maybe they've just retreated. I can see that energy here. They might be coming across as an Emperor in reverse, so someone who's a bit stubborn, cold even, someone who's saying, well, we do it my way or we don't do it at all. And I'm seeing actually it's because they're wrapping up something huge, but they're keeping it very quiet with the Two of Swords. Yeah, look, Queen of Swords. I kind of still feel that's the energy of your person, you know. I think that if you're communicating with them, they're being very rational, excuse me, very, you might even find that they're being a bit rude or even a bit cutting with their words, you know, a bit too brisk. And I think they're hiding a lot of sensitivity. There's a lot going on within. So let's keep going. Let's see. Okay, what else is hidden here, please? We have a Knight of Pentacles, so this could be something to do with their finances, their stability, you know, money problems, money worries, work. Yeah, look what's underneath though, see, the Knight of Cups. I think what you're getting is a lot of earthy energy, a lot of air energy from this person, but they're giving you nothing in terms of, you know, cups or wands, passion, emotion. And then we get the Eight of Wands as I say that. Okay, so they could be traveling right now, or there could be movement or travel coming into your connection. It could be the ending of them holding back from you because we have the Eight of Wands underneath the World. Yeah, okay. I was just seeing if anything else was coming through with that, but it wasn't. Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups, so we have the number 88. So that could be important, the number 16 or 7. And we have the Hierophant, so Taurus energy here. Okay, what do we have in the back? The Nine of Cups. Okay, so it looks like your person is dealing with wrapping up a cycle. Or a situation or an experience that they have been repeating throughout their life in different situations, and it's a really big deal for them. You wouldn't know, you might just see them coming across as a bit distant or cold or grouchy or being very closed off because there's a lot going on within, as I said, but they feel that it's some kind of personal private journey that they're doing alone. They're really asking themselves now, what makes me happy? What do I want in life? And if your person is with a third party, I think they're saying that it's not that person. This person's coming off as being cold. This person may well be very bright, very intelligent, and that's all great, but I think you need, you know, a bit more in a connection, you know, unless you're just looking for a teacher or something. So your person's saying, well, I'm not really getting my happiness, my fulfillment here. The only cups we have in this main spread is the Eight of Cups, which is walking away because you feel emotionally unfulfilled and you're searching for your Two of Cups, saying, you know, where is this person or this situation that will make me happy? On the back, we have the Nine of Cups. So this is the underlying energy. Your person's saying, I'm looking for something that I want. This is about me. I have to put myself first. And interestingly, underneath, we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. So when this is reversed, we're focusing on the two upright cups. So I feel in your connection that this isn't a brand new connection. So if you have literally just met this person, you know, you met them standing in line at a coffee shop yesterday, this might not be your reading, but unless Spirit's telling me, unless, you know, you met this person and you just felt an instant sense of knowing, it could be that maybe you've had previous previous lifetimes in which you've been connected. But for most of you, I feel this is someone you've been dealing with for a while in the 3D, and you've had some disappointments in the past, maybe some false starts here, and your person is really realizing that actually you make them very happy. Their happiness is with you. So it seems a bit counterintuitive. I do feel for some of you they are keeping you at a distance, and yet at the same time realizing it's you they're wanting to move, you know, closer to. Yeah, they're being very, very introspective here. For some of you, your person is definitely married or in a very long-term commitment. This could be you. It could be both of you. You could both have separate situations going on. Okay, let me look at this Eight of Wands a little bit more. Yeah, look, see, we have the Devil as I've split. That's Capricorn energy. So there could be a Capricorn involved, or this could be saying your person is saying, well, on the one hand, there are situations I'm tied to, very 3D situations, and on the other hand, I would love to be single. We can also read this. If we read the Devil, we tend to read the Devil cards quite negative, but, you know, we could talk about, oh, look what's slipping out. The Eight of Cups, funny. We could talk about the Devil in terms of being representative of all the wonderful, delicious, you know, things here in the 3D, especially with this Taurus energy coming up. You know, a real appreciation for lovely, sensual things. You know, delicious smells and fabrics, and you know, all those good things. Your person could be saying, I'm really prioritizing now what's good for me, what feels good, what looks good, what tastes good. You know, I want to stop sacrificing for other people. Okay. So can you tell me about this Eight of Wands, please? I felt there was something more earlier, but it wasn't coming through. So let's see if we can get something with tarot. What else? Yeah, Four of Swords. Okay, so this is the thing. Your person's being quiet. They're resting. They're taking a step back. They're asking themselves, you know, I have all of these thoughts, but which of these thoughts is the true thought? For me, this one down here looks like the Ace of Swords. You know, that's the clear, true thinking. That's the clarity your person's coming to. And I do feel there's, like I said, there's a desire to come towards you, even though it seems like they're keeping you at a distance now. What else, please, for the Eight of Wands? The Empress in the reverse, so they could be realizing that actually there's a lot more abundance and potential here between the both of you than they even realized. And look, yeah, Two of Cups. You are their Two of Cups. I'm really seeing, because this is reversed, because you know, we had the Five of Cups in reverse, I feel your person is saying it hasn't been the smoothest, easiest road, and upon reflection, they're realizing they could have done better. Now, it's not to say, I'm not sitting here saying, you know, your person has messed up everything and you've done everything perfectly. It's never, you know, that simple, is it? But from your person's perspective, they're saying, you know, I will put my hand up and I will say, I wish I had done some things differently. I could have perhaps been a bit more kind or generous or open or patient, you know, whatever it is. And look, Page of Cups. Eight of Wands, Page of Cups. There's a real desire for communication here coming from your person, and actually this could even be an apology here with the page. But they make me, pages, they make me think of Shakespeare. You know how the pages move the plot forward, so there could be something happening here, and it might seem small, it might seem insignificant, but it helps to move your story with your person forward. Okay, let's see what's on the back. Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah, if there's been external, outside influence, interference, I think that's becoming less of a problem, because your person is saying, well, again, the energy of self. I'm doing this for me. I can't keep thinking about what my, you know, friend, sister, next door neighbor, dentist is thinking about my relationship. And you know what? They're probably not thinking that much. And if they are, it's for 5 minutes and then they go back to thinking about themselves, because again, that's what we do as people, isn't it? We're most concerned and worried about ourselves, and not in a selfish sense, you know, in a kind of in a natural sense. So your person's starting to say, you know, maybe I should put myself at the center of my own world, and sort of care for myself as well as other people around me, rather than self-sacrificing. Okay, so I feel that after your person comes out of this period of reflection, and I don't think it will be long, because this feels very clear that they are very clear on what to do next and what they want here, then I would you know, keep watch, see what happens next, because yeah, look, the energy is gaining momentum. It looks like they're saying, and look, you're very close to achieving your goal. The next thing here is to make contact if they haven't, or if you are in contact, to come forward in a new way, a way that's very heart-centered. As I said before, we were lacking cups, emotions in the original spread, and now we have the Empress, who can be very nurturing, very open-hearted. We have the Two of Cups, the Page of Cups. A new start is coming. It's time to release negativity. Okay. We have nothing is yet set in stone. That's drawing me to this Hierophant card. So if there are things in the way, or they seem like they're in the way for both of you, because they're very established here in the 3D. It could even be established beliefs, you know, spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs, spirit saying, fear not, you know. They may not be as fixed as they seem. Adjustments are required, and you know, if they are, I'm getting that they will be made. We have a personal issue reaches resolution. Yeah, like I said, I don't think your person's going to be in this position of thinking, not procrastinating, that's definitely not what they're doing, thinking, pondering for much longer. So we have a mutable moon, we have a third quarter moon, and we have a full moon in Cancer. So that is, when is that? Basically now, right? Is it Cancer season now? End of June, July. Okay, what else is? Here we go. Your commitment is being tested. So for those of you who are in this very strong spiritual connection, you know, a commitment with your person, it might even feel that you're basically married on a soul level. If there is this Queen of Swords figure here who's interfering, spirit saying, it sounds cruel, not that it's a test to see how strong you and your person are, but you might feel that it is a test, that you are being tested. So don't let this person win the day, you know, don't let them, their interference, create a separation here. I'm hearing burn themselves out. So this is someone who, they're kicking up a fuss, let them, you know, like a child having a tantrum, let them go for it. It's unpleasant while it's happening, but they will tire themselves out. That, you know, your deep bond here with your person is much stronger, much more lasting than this person's anger or oh, I heard the word cruelty. I hope that, well, maybe someone here does some sort of particularly nasty things, maybe with words or sort of mental manipulation here with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is definitely not always bad, but I just sort of, I don't know, feel it in this reading. Okay, right. So, let's move on to these new decks. So we have affirmators. So these, I'm hoping these will be something that's relevant for you, but also like a positive thing to leave you with over the weekend, if you're watching this when it's released. What is that? A unicorn with a rabbit in clothes on. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's get a couple of these. Okay, so what messages do you have, please? Oh, here we go. Okay, we have engagement. Today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route to work and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs, and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average, and at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. Okay. So this could be about, if you feel you've become a bit stale, a bit stagnant, it could be about doing even just the smallest things to bring back some a feeling of freshness, a feeling of excitement. What is it they say? A change is as good as a holiday, or something like that. So maybe just doing even a small thing in a different way. This can also be talking about You know how if you have this sudden urge to say, instead of walking along the path to get somewhere, I'll cut through the park, you know, and you do that. You don't know why you're doing it, you just feel really good about it. And then you bump into someone and you have some sort of a joke with them, and then that feels really nice and you're in a good mood, and it leads to the next nice thing. You know, it could be a series of events that you can't see at the time how they're connected to this situation here with your person, but in a roundabout way they could be, or it could just be a way to bring your energy up. We have courage. No one is fearless, no one, but even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it, I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts. Then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. Okay, so that could be for you if you're nervous about doing something. It's okay to be, you know, fearful, but you can do it. Or it could be your person. That could be what we're seeing here, that they're really tapping into this courage, into this inner strength. Okay, so we have these therapets. So I guess a therapy pet. So let's see what these have to say. And then we'll move into the one question, one card. Okay, these are very large, which is fine. So I'll just shuffle this way. Okay, what messages, please? Okay, we have feeling worried doesn't mean anything bad is going to happen. You're going to get through this fine. You always find a way. And that's the thing, isn't it? If you look back across your life, you have always found a way. And if you had known in advance that you were going to have to go through some of the things you've already been through, I bet you would have said, no way, I will not do it, I cannot do it. But you have done it, so you can do this as well. And, you know, there's a real feeling here with courage and worry. I wonder if some of you are dealing with a lot of anxiety at this time, or maybe it's something that you struggle with perhaps, you know, on a daily basis. What I will say is, if you do, I actually have added some links to the bottom, very bottom of my description, you know, the description box. If you go straight to the bottom, there's one there for an online website, and it's like a talking therapy website, and you can actually talk to people for free, completely free, or if you want professionals, you can pay. So it's up to you. So check that out if that's something you think will happen. Oh my goodness, and look, you will survive this. Guys, what's going on? If you're not feeling okay, please reach out to a friend or a professional. Let me get one more. I'm starting with the cards that have come out here. I'm really starting to look at this original card of engagement as maybe, you know, finding that connection with other people. And it doesn't have to be forming deep bonds and friendships, but sometimes, you know, you go out, you go to a restaurant, you speak briefly with the person who's behind the counter or whatever, and just that human interaction, that human connection can be nice. It can be reassuring or reviving. Okay, let's see. It's okay to be afraid, but as much as you can, please try to act from love rather than fear. This is crazy. Not all of the cards in this deck are about fear, but this keeps coming through. So I guess this is today's message. And if this doesn't resonate with you, I would say this really might be your person who's saying, okay, I've got changes to make. I know what I want to do, but I'm very fearful. So if this is your person, not you, and you feel so inclined, of course you don't have to, it might be a really nice thing to send them some healing energy, some, you know, some support, some strength, that sort of thing. Wow, okay. So if you're heading off here, thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to say I've been hearing and seeing some strange things about YouTube unsubscribing people from channels for various reasons to do with algorithms and things. So I just want to say, if you find that you have been unsubscribed, that's definitely not me. I don't even think there's a way for me to unsubscribe you, but I hope that hasn't been happening for you. So if you're heading off, thank you so much for being here. I hope this was interesting or helpful, and hopefully I'll see you again on Monday. If you're sticking around, I'm going to clear this away and we'll do the one question, one card readings. Okay. Okay, let's go. One question, one cards. I think also I will do an extended reading for those of you who would like some messages of guidance and advice if you resonated with that fear-based, anxiety-based energy as well. So I'll leave the link in the description box. Okay, so one question, one card. Spirit, please show us. So the first winner is Peepop. I hope I pronounced your name okay. I see your name very often, so thank you so much for being here and for commenting. I'm happy to see that your question came out. Okay, so does my person have any love interest that I should be aware of? So Spirit, what can you share, please? Okay, what can you share? Okay, we have the Page of Cups in the reverse and the Star. The Page of Cups makes me feel that your person might have someone around, might be speaking to someone. It's an interesting energy of both being blocked and also guided towards. So let me clarify. I know you mentioned that you don't trust the intentions of these other people. Okay, an energy of returning to. So, yeah, you might be right. Queen of Wands in the reverse. It could well be that there is someone in your person's life who your person has already dealt with, whether it's in a romantic way, as an acquaintance, as a friend, and they went their separate ways. And this person is coming back around to your person. They seem to be mostly interested in themselves. Yeah, look at this. They possibly have caused your person heartbreak in the past, and yet this is divinely guided for some reason. It could be Spirit is bringing them together for closure or to help one or both parties get some healing here. Either way, I'm not seeing this is going to take off into anything romantic, but there does seem to be someone around who your person maybe has some history with. Yeah, look at this. I think if your person's talking to someone else right now, it's with the specific purpose of being able to gain closure, to get something off of their chest, you know, to get healing here. So I would say as worrying or annoying or disappointing as it might be, if there is someone around and you know it, you can see it or you can sense it, please try not to worry, because it's going to be short-lived, and it's about, there's a point to this, you know, it's about healing, it's about closure, it's not about starting something new. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and yeah, you're not sort of making anything up in your head. I feel like there are people around. Okay, so, well, one person I saw. So next we have Patricia Holloway, who I also see very often, who always leaves very thoughtful, you know, like thought through comments. So thank you for your feedback and always sharing your thoughts and for being here. Okay. So Spirit, Patricia is saying, what does Spirit, or what do you want her to know right now about her connection at this time? So Spirit, what can you say to Patricia about her connection at this time? What would you like her to know, please? For some reason I'm seeing an orange. Okay, yep, that's the only message. It's an orange, so it could be the colour. I'm seeing specifically the fruit. I'm being drawn to the orange peel. I don't know why. We have the Hierophant, so Taurus energy there. Oh my goodness, okay, that's way too much. Oh wow, what is going on? We have the Sun in reverse, Leo energy. So Spirit saying with two major arcana coming out first, that the divine is around this connection right now, that there are some big pivotal changes happening. I wonder, is there some sort of situation, commitment, that's kind of blocking you from being able to know the complete truth? So let's say your person is, they're very far away and they feel the distance is a problem, so they're not opening up, or they're in a third party and they're saying, well, I don't want to tell you how I feel because I'm married, or something like that. Yeah, look, 10 of Cups. Okay, so fine, let's see then. Let's see what isn't clear. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. Seven of Wands and the Five of Swords. The Seven of Wands is reversed. It looks like your person feels that they don't have much to offer you right now, and that's very upsetting for them. It's something that has bothered them for a good while, and in a sense it's kind of demoralizing. It's a bit defeating for them. They feel, well, if I haven't got enough to give you, you know, it just makes them feel like they haven't got the fight in them. But look, I can see at the bottom of the deck we have the Lovers. Your person feels a very, very divine, high vibrational connection, but they just feel they've not got enough to offer in the 3D. I don't know if their time and attention is all invested in something else, or someone else. But yeah, there's a real feeling of they want to give you the world, and yet they're saying, I haven't got enough to give you anything. And it's really, I just feel like my energy has just drained away from me. But they, you know, this person does want to be a team player. Three of Coins underneath, the High Priestess in reverse. They're not listening to what their intuition is telling them, which might well be that they have everything and more to give you, because what you're looking for is not, you know, you're not looking for something tangible, well, not tangible. You're not looking for something that's to do with money or a home or anything like that. You know, you want to know what's going on in their heart space. So maybe there's a misalignment there. You know, your person thinks giving you the world means something different to how you might be looking at it. But yeah, Spirit wants you to know there's some incredibly deep feelings there, but also a feeling of your person being disappointed with their situation or with themselves, at least at this time. I do feel their intuition, Spirit, the higher self, is trying to get their attention though, to help them see things differently in a more positive way. Okay, so next we have Chrysula Angel, who again I see very often. So three of our most frequent viewers and commenters. Okay, so thank you for your question. Let's see. My person is eager to meet up after months of no contact. What's going on with him? Okay, let's see. Spirit, what's going on, please? Why is he eager to meet up? Oh, are you kidding? Look, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so he's got something serious, something tangible on his mind. I just saw the Nine of Cups flipping over. I know you mentioned that there's a karmic as well. Okay, what's going on? Two of Wands. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles reversed, please. This way. Okay. Ace of Cups in reverse on the back. Your person wants to meet because what he wants is to begin a new life with you, to have an opportunity with you that's grounded, to begin a commitment here with you. However, heads up, be aware, this is what he wants. I don't feel or see it's what he's able to do or give at this time. We've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse. It would be a real struggle for him to make this change, to step up or step forward and offer something in terms of him, you know, his time, his commitment, this new beginning. And I'm not sure right now that he's going to or is ready or able to fight for this. So I think he wants to meet because he's very, very excited by you. He wants a new beginning. He wants a future with you. But I would say go in with caution, because I'm not sure that all of this want is going to turn into what's happening at this time, you know. There's a little bit of an energy here of he's not stepping forward, but he doesn't want to let you go either, because he wants to be with you, but he's not taking the action to make that happen. So yeah, okay. Absolutely. See, the Empress. So you are everything he could want in a person, a partner, a romantic partner is here. You are that. But the Empress is reversed. I feel it might be like you meet, it's really exciting, but then it doesn't go too much further off.